Hello, my darlings. Happy Friday. It's actually Thursday for me. It's very late at night. I'm in a cozy hoodie. Welcome to Design Me Devon. We are here today. We're going to be doing a very big Design Me Devon today. A 64 by 64 lot, my loves. It is a huge beast of a build. It's taken me a while to get this done. I've used lots of custom content as well, which I'm very excited for. I'll put this build up on the gallery next week with all of the custom content and everything I will list. I will do that next week for you as well. So just be patient. I've got a lot on this week. And with this Design Me Devon as well, it's going to be a little bit different. I'm not actually going to be down in the corner, like camera wise, because I kind of made it into a little bit of a speed build moment. So you're going to have to forgive me on that as well. It's not me in the corner, but you're seeing me now. I'm going to take you in a minute. I'm going to go through all of the points that this lovely creator said that they wanted to do or wanted for this build. It was really, really well written. So we'll have a little look at that. And then we'll have a little tour around the actual lot itself. And then I'm going to go off and it'll be just a kind of speed build format for you lovely people. I hope you don't mind. Anyway, I'm going to go. I'm probably live on Twitch when this is like going up, actually. So if you want to come along, I'll probably be very tired. Probably a little drunk as well, to be honest with you. It is a celebration after all. Anyway, I'm going to leave you now. We're going to go over and we're going to have a look at this beautiful lot. Okay, so here we are. This is the Von-Windenburg Estate. It was done by the lovely creator. Hey, I'm Sophia. Is it Sophia? Sophia? Thank you so much for this. This was amazing. This is a lot of reading here, so I'm going to go through it right now. Now, here we go. I'm so glad I found you. We heard you would be perfect for this job. Let me tell you about my friend's property. She's a concert pianist who recently got married. As a wedding gift, her grand uncle gifted her some land on one of Windenburg's islands, where she and her spouse would like to build their dream home. It's a 64 by 64 lot called the Von-Windenburg Estate. Her uncle used to tell her stories of how her family used to live on that property centuries ago and how they had to flee the premises for reasons unknown. She's aware of the state of the property as she's explored it many times throughout her life and is excited to turn it into a functional, lively home. It's a big task, but she's willing to spend up to 300,000 simoleons to do it. The catch? The city insists she must not demolish but preserve the remaining ruins left on the lot. The city did allow her to remove the boulders, loose bricks, and even the trees. She and her spouse would like to build a modern house that incorporates the ruins into the home's foundation. They prefer lighter colours, think walls, white walls and light blonde wood, as well as open spaces, modern architectural details, different levels, platforms, natural light, indoor plants. And they aren't afraid to embrace the unique modern floor plans. My friend always dreams of having a large room for a piano with loads of light, while her spouse wishes to have a library, a zen room to meditate and practice yoga in, and a wine nook to display their large and extensive collection. They're also hoping that the house doesn't take up the whole lot and instead incorporates some lovely gardens and outdoor living areas. One day, they hope to grow an orchard. They would love to have a great view of the surrounding landscape and a pool if there's room for it. Hopefully you can give them a modest but spatial home with plenty of outdoor entertaining space and at least 3 bedrooms as they soon plan to start a family as well as foster a kid or two in need of a happy, lively home. My friend also told me she enjoys custom content designs by the likes of Harry, Felix, Peacemaker and the like. Frankly, she encourages it. We're hoping you can make my friend Sabrina, her spouse Libby, and her grand uncle Vlad Strad proud. This is a big task. Are you up for it? As soon as I read that, I was so bloody excited. Now, I have already built this, so I'm going to go now and show you the ruins before, and then we're going to go into a speed build, and I'm going to show you what I did with it after. So let's get over to the build, shall we? Okay, my loves. Now, this is what I had to work with. When I saw this, I was like, oh my God, this is quite daunting. This is quite daunting. How the hell am I going to make this into a house? But I did, and I really, really liked the outcome of it. Really did. A couple of things that I had to kind of not change, but with the wine nook, I basically forgot about that, to be honest. But they have got a wine rack. So that they're just going to have to be happy with that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But look at this. Look at this. And I was so shocked. I was like, they said that there was something hidden in here. And then I didn't realize they had a basement. I was like, what the hell? Like, look, there's this secret little staircase that comes down here. It goes all the way through this little like cavern, all the way through. Look at it. Look at this. And it's got 2 coffins underneath of the house. Now, in my storyline, I was thinking maybe they didn't discover this. Main reasons being I wanted to delete this. I did want to delete it just because I want this lot to run well for people. So my thoughts were they didn't actually discover this because it's hidden. It's hidden here, the entrance. Where are you? There you are. Look, it's hidden. So what I did was I built over the top of this anyway, not like on the floor. Everything's very cantilevered and what I did. It's kind of floating, this like floating house. So I reckon they don't know what's underneath of here still. They still don't know what's underneath of here. That's the storyline. I'm sticking to it. But yeah, I really loved the look of this. It made me think, oh God, what can I do? What can I do with this? But I think you guys are going to really, really like the outcome. I really do. So without further ado, let's slip on over into the speed build format. I'll see all of you gorgeous buggers. This phase will be gracing your screens once again on Monday. I hope you have a lovely weekend. Okay, my darlings, on to the clear up process. People think I don't know about the hammer for The Sims. I do know. I just enjoy going around and clearing up with my hands. I'm that kind of person. I am a Virgo after all, and this gives me satisfaction. So I shall do it. So yeah, this is me just clearing up the place, getting rid of some of the rubbish and the bits that were floating around everywhere. It didn't take that long actually for me to clear this place up because there wasn't that much rubbish really. So yeah, this here is going to be the main entrance. So the main entrance area, I knew I wanted this build to be cantilevered. I didn't want this build to be invasive to the ruin at all. I wanted this build to incorporate into the ruin. So I knew that I really wanted it to be cantilevered and floating above the ruin itself and making use of those beautiful arches that the ruin has. By using the windows from Harry and Felixander, the bathroom windows, they just really, really suited this build. I wanted this build to be like, almost look like it was just floating there, but I made sure to go around and put in some hefty industrial pillars like underneath of it. So it does look like it could be supported from underneath. So that was really important to me as well. And I was really pleased with the outcome. This is me trying to figure out where the bloody hell is this? I can't figure out where the thing is. And I was on the right one. There we go. Stunning. This ends up being the living and dining area, this bit here. And yes, it's very nice. Throughout this whole thing though, I was building, enjoying myself. And then I was like, you forgot to put a toilet in. I forgot to put a toilet in on the main area. So I do go ahead and put a toilet in a bit later on. But I do show you how I furnished that one. So don't you worry. You do see a toilet being furnished in this. Now this area down here is down a bit lower. So it's a separate build. They're all connected by little walkways. It's almost like little pods everywhere, which is what I really wanted to come across with this build. I wanted it to have a real pod feeling to it, but still I wanted it to be married into each other. I didn't want it to look like a separate build altogether. And I knew by just getting some bare shapes in here to begin with and then going through like I'm doing now and getting these like walkways connected in, then the build starts to get a bit of personality. And yeah, I just winged it. I was like going around seeing if I liked something and I was like, oh, I don't know if I like that. And in the end, I really, really enjoy how this build came out. It is lovely. So there are 3 separate like buildings as such. Your main area with the entrance, which has got the kitchen, the living area, and also a toilet and dining room. And then it's got the kind of sleeping areas too, which is just a little bit lower down, which we were just doing just a minute ago. That's got 3 bedrooms in and a bathroom. And then this little area down here is the kind of creative room. We did have a kind of, what do you call it? We had like a agenda to meet, which was the piano room. She's the concert pianist, so she needed a grand piano. So I put that down here along with a library and like a meditation area as well for her spouse. And I really, really enjoyed doing this. Really did. Now I'm using custom content from Peacemaker. I'm using custom content from Harry and Felix. So I kept to the 3 custom content creators. So this wood paneling that you're seeing going on now is from Peacemaker, and it's gorgeous. We had a, oh my God, I'm going to fail at this voiceover. Guys, it's 10:30 at night. I'm failing. I really am. But I'm going to power through. So we had the brief of the wood being a blonde wood. So I made sure this house is very light and bright indoors. I made sure to have a blonde wood indoors with the blonde flooring as well. Everything's very white and crisp and very minimal as well. I really wanted this house to have a minimalist vibe to it, and I'm glad that I did. I'm glad that I went with the minimalist vibe, because I think it's quite a big house. It is. Now, I know the brief said keep it modest, but I think that would have been pretty difficult on a 64 by 64 lot, and keeping a house modest when I really wanted to incorporate the ruins. And that is why I wanted to separate the build out. So it's got lots of outside space with the walkways and stuff. And there's a big, huge garden area that's cantilevered with loads of entertaining space out there as well. So this build is quite a large build. It really is, especially for a 3-bedroom. You could easily make this into a lot more bedrooms, but I'm fitting in with the brief. We've got a 3-bed. I did a little toddler room. I did a guest bedroom just in case they haven't got the children yet. And I also did their master suite as well. But yeah, these seamless windows are my go-to for everything. These are from Harry and Felix, and I think you all know that by now. They're just seamless and they're beautiful, and I love them. And then these here are kind of pivoted doors, but I end up swapping. This area changes a little bit what I'm doing there, because I end up putting the toilet there plus the kitchen, and I also put in some bifold doors. Now these windows worked so well with the ruins. I love the way that the ruins crept through the window. That was so important to me. I really wanted that to be an aspect of this build. I wanted the glass to be the main feature, and I think it worked. Now this is that big area that I was talking to you about. So this is the outdoor entertaining space, and I love it. It fits so well. I end up putting a tree in the middle of it as well, so the tree kind of comes through. I wanted this build to really not invade the ruin at all. I wanted it to almost look like it was just floating in between, barely visible as well. Now in the beginning I wanted to use the mirrored windows. These windows that I'm using, the ones from Harry and Felix, they've got a mirror option, so you can have like a mirrored outside. Now I would have loved to have done like a mirrored glass box in this, but with the Sims 4 graphics, as soon as you like come out about 3 foot, the mirror just goes cloudy. Like the game can't handle it. The game can't handle the mirrors not being able to reflect from far away. So I kind of panned that idea, which is such a shame, because I think that would have been so effective. That would have blended this house even more so into the ruins themselves, having like mirrors on the outside. But can you imagine the cleaning bill? Well, if they can afford a house of 300k, I think they can absolutely afford it, to be honest with you, darling. In The Sims anyway, maybe not in real life. Ignore these windows as well. I end up going for different windows down on that little lower level. Now, the top was important to me as well. Again, the roof, sorry, was important to me. You probably saw me putting grass on the roof there. I wanted if you were to see this build from above, I wanted it to blend into the landscape once again. So I actually put the grass roof, but I also put lots of foliage on top of the roofs as well, just to blend in the house to where it is. It was so much fun thinking like this, like thinking, oh, what would I do? Lots of things now that I'm looking at, I was like, oh, I would change that now, but it's too late now. But I love thinking about builds this way, and that's why I love doing this series so much. I love doing Design Me Devon. And I'm sorry I'm not on the screen today, darlings. I really am. But with my editing process with this one in particular, I have to render the whole build in 4K, which takes a good hour to an hour and a half. And then, well, not really that long. It takes about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour. And then I have to then put myself into it and then kind of speak over the speed build that way. And I was just a bit short on time this time. It's such a shame, because I do enjoy being on the screen with you beauties. I really do. But this just wasn't the vibe today. And I'm sorry if the camera's spinning around so much, and it probably is making people feel sick out there. I'm going around and putting wallpapers on everything. Main reason, sorry, I keep saying and I know I do anyway, but I'm noticing it more now because I'm tired. I just did it again. But when we get into the interiors, I do slow it down just a little bit so you guys are not getting sick with me spinning around. But the main focus of this for me was the exterior. I really wanted the exterior to work, and I think already it's kind of like blending into the landscape nicely as well. I'm putting ivy on the roof at the minute, and I was like, oh shit, what am I doing? How dare I forget about skylights? So I end up going through and putting some lovely skylights on most of the rooms as well. This is me finding them now and then realizing that when I get to the other end, you know, that horrible glitch that's in The Sims 4, which has been for a very long time, where the roof disappears. That was happening, so I couldn't put these down, and it was annoying me. Yeah, this bit here, is it going to do it? Is it going to do it? No, it's not. No, don't want to. Don't making me look like I'm lying. Very nice indeed. But yeah, it was a bit annoying. So lots of lovely skylights. Oh, here we are. Yeah, that was me getting pissed off. And bye. I'll do that off of camera. So I sorted it out off of camera. But don't you worry, all the bedrooms have got lovely skylights. And yeah, it just looks really nice. I was very pleased with the outcome. I hope you guys like the build once it's complete. As always, there will be a lovely video tour at the end of the before and after shots. They're going to be a bit different than usual because there was not much before. It was just a ruin. So I think I'll just do like a panning shot of the ruins and then go into like a full video tour of this at the end. So yeah, very nice indeed. But yeah, this is Thursday evening as I'm speaking now. I just want to say this. I really wanted to give the ruins their own moment. So you're going to see me going around and putting these lovely spotlights in. I forget where they're from. Where are you from? Are you from Get Famous? I can't remember. So I wanted the ruin to be lit up at night. So people passing by on boats and stuff can see this big, gorgeous ruin that just looks like it's lit up lovely when in reality there's a modern house nestled in between, darling. And that is the mantra. That is the mantra for today. So we're into the interiors. So I'm starting on the kitchen here. I really wanted the kitchen to have this separating panel, but still being able to see the view through it, because obviously it's got that from this lot, and you'll see it in the video tour. It's got a beautiful view of the ocean from the kitchen when you're cooking. Can you even imagine that? That would be absolutely amazing. So I made sure to, just use a half wall behind the counters on some of them, so you can still get that gorgeous look all the way through. Indeed, very, very nice. Now that lovely sink there is from Peacemaker, by the way. It's from his urbane kitchen, which is gorgeous. It's a lovely kitchen, it really is. So I really wanted to use that in this lot, and the same with these shelves as well. Gorgeous shelves from Peacemaker. And I ended up using them on this bit here, which just acts as a little storage area. I didn't want any cupboards or anything in this lot. I wanted this to be very open plan. And it's a bit of a difficult shape to make this open plan because it was quite narrow in the middle. Narrow in the middle. So it was a bit difficult. So I knew I was going to put the kitchen in here anyway. End up using Harry's urbane counter on this side, which is bloody gorgeous. To match in with the kitchen, I did use the Harry, I forgot, the Halcyon kitchen. That one is from Harry, and these gorgeous lights are from Peacemaker. So I wanted some nice copper little spotlights coming down, darling. I did. Now that there is as far as I'm going to go with a wine room. I'm sorry I forgot that in the brief, but maybe I can come back once again and put a wine room in for them. But how lovely. I love using this light timber throughout as well. I thought it was, in the beginning I was thinking, is it going to be a bit too samey? And I think keeping it minimal, you can use the same tone throughout the house and it just works in my eyes anyway. And that is what happened with this particular build. I thought it really worked, and I think you guys are going to very much enjoy the video tour at the end. I won't lie to you. Now this little area is like a little nook. It's at the top of the stairs where you come in through the main entrance. It's got an amazing view once again through that archway, so I really wanted an area where they could come up, sit, read a book, just chill out and watch the boats float by. Can you imagine? My God, I've never been jealous of a sim so much as when I was building this house. I was like, yep, I would live here in a heartbeat without a doubt. And yeah, I just love it. I do. You'll have to let me know down in the comment box below, my loves. And as I said, I will get this build up on the gallery next week with the custom content. I will link all of the custom content down below next week as well. I promise I won't forget. Anyway, so this is the living area now. So I didn't want the living area to be massive because I knew I really wanted to put in a dining room as well. So I kept the living room very kind of cozy, really, considering they've got all of these amazing glass windows with these arches and stuff around. Again, sticking with that really, really light palette. I wanted this blonde palette to just come through in this build. And I think it just really worked, especially with the ruins. I think without the ruins there as well, it might have looked a little bit too much. Not if I kept it minimal, but I think the ruins through the windows just really helped with this. Now, I was trying something here. I was putting these like wooden panels up and I knew they were going to stick out through the ceiling. But I tried it anyway and I was like, oh, that looks nice. We can cover that. We'll just cover that up there. And then I put the fire back and I was like, oh, it's wood behind the fire. It would catch a light. We're getting rid of that. So I just ended up changing the wallpapers instead. In the beginning, I was like, oh, a bit of marble. But I'm not a marble person. I never have been. I'm not really a fan of marble, to be honest. So instead, I just used the unbent smoothness, I think it's called. It's actually in base game. I actually use that in a different color and I really like it. Look at the views. Oh, I'd be very much for living here. I won't lie to you. I would definitely live here in a heartbeat. You're going to see me probably get indecisive in this build as well because it was getting late when I was finishing this. And I was just like, oh, I'm very indecisive. I'm tired. So you're probably going to see a lot of indecisive Aiden coming through with this build, but I can only apologize for that, you know, and you know me by now. I'm a very indecisive bitch, so it's just got to be that way. It really has. But look at that little lovely living room. I love it. Those beautiful sofas are from Harry's country collection, I believe. They're beautiful, they're minimal, and they're stunning. I wanted to go a bit more classic with the sofas in here, just because it has got an older vibe to this, even though it's a modern house. With those ruins outside, it's still got a kind of older vibe to it. So I wanted that to kind of portray in this build as well. And I think it really did. I think it really did. And I was very pleased with the outcome. And this gorgeous painting, I wanted to paint in that look like the ocean or the clouds in the ocean. Is from Peacemaker. And this table is from Harry, which is beautiful. Harry and Felix, sorry. So I'm very much for it. In fact, is that the country collection one? I forget now. I forget. Look at the view from that dining table. Oh, I'll be absolutely for it. Now, I did want to get house plants in here. I really wanted to get a lot of plantage, but not a lot. I lied then. I didn't want to get too much in here. I think with minimalism, if you end up putting too much plants in there, it kind of takes away the feeling of minimalism. So I used the perfect amount to make that minimalist vibe come through. But yes, anyway, we're out onto the decking now, so we're going to call it the decking. The cantilever decking. Oh, what a lovely word, cantilevered. So I do this little fire pit area. We've got a nice little sun lounging area as well, and the views from these sun lounges. Guys, I'm just in love. I'm in love. I cannot wait to get to Windenburg for when we do Let's Build the Worlds, because I would definitely love to incorporate another build like this, like built into ruins, like home to a big affluent family or something. I'd be very much for that. Really would. So we're over to this side now. So it kind of, this area, this entertaining space kind of circles around this central tree that I poked through the middle, which I really love. And again, I'm still keeping it minimal, so I'm still keeping a lot of things minimalist, and I just think it works. I think it really works. And I end up doing a really nice little barbecue area over here as well. Now, ignore the placement of this at the minute. I didn't enjoy where I placed this first. I end up swapping it around, but I did keep that on camera so you guys can kind of see what happened. I just think it was just ruined. It ruined this area a little bit. Main reasons being they didn't really have the view of the ocean. If you were sitting on a bar stool, you'd want to be facing the ocean. So I end up fixing that. And yes, very nice indeed. Now this is me. What can I do with the counters? I want a waterfall edge. So I end up using the Felix and Harry kitchen counters. And I just think it works. They work. It just works. Okay. I'm very much for. There's me failing on that bit. I was like, what am I doing? Let's get the jardin. So it's a mixture of the jardin and the kitchen pack, which that's the best thing about Harry and Felix's stuff. You can just mix and match all of them and they just blend together perfectly. I think that is just iconic, to be honest with you. And this is the new placement of where we end up putting all of the barbecue. I just think the area looks amazing there. And I think this was where I started to notice that we didn't have a bathroom. I was like, shit, gonna need to put a bathroom in. Damn it. Definitely couldn't be an architect. I'm failing. Not that I would want to be. I'm happy building in The Sims and The Sims only. But yes, very nice. So into the master bedroom. I really wanted, this master bedroom was a little bit of an odd shape. It was quite long and a little bit narrow. Lots of windows in here. Now, there are no blinds up in this house at all. I think they own this land. They don't really need blinds, to be honest with you. And if they did, it would be those posh ones that come out from the window pane. Yes, we're going to say that. But I really, again, wanted to keep that blonde aspect with the bedroom as well. So I used Harry's country living. Oh my God, am I failing at your name of your custom content, Harry? Very silly me. But I used that lovely sort of wood separating like headboard just to make this room be segregated into two areas. I think that's a clever object to be able to do that in a big room. And I put a desk behind it as well, using this gorgeous desk from Peacemaker. I love that desk. Oh, if I trusted myself with a glass desk, I would have something like that in my office. But I just don't trust myself with a glass desk. So I would smash it. Probably in a mood with the build mode. Just slam my hands down and smash it. But, oh, look, it's just got a nice feel in here. And I love the way that the ruin is all kind of creeping through the glass. I'm just for that. Obviously, that's not realistic at all, but we're just going to pretend it is. They had custom glass cut in. Oh, can you imagine? I'd be for that. I really would. Lovely plant there by Peacemaker as well. Very, very lovely plant. Very nice plant. Now, here's me trying to sort the lighting out now. I was like, right, they've got bed lamps. I did use a lot of wall lighting in this build, so it's just got moody lighting everywhere. I didn't want this place to be lit up too much. And then I was like, do you know what? We're going to put in a pop of wallpapers. That's what I did just then. I used the Tiny Traveller wallpaper from Harry and Felix. And I just popped it behind the bed area and I thought it looked smashing. Now, this is me with the bathroom. So the bathroom is just off of the kitchen. It has got a glass door on this. I'm just going to pretend it's one of those posh doors that when you lock it, it frosts up. So that is the storyline. Thank you. Goodbye. You don't want people peeking in and watching you take a poo, do you? It'd be very, very, very uncomfortable. Really would. Imagine someone making eye contact with you when you're having a poo. Oh, that fills me with dread. I don't know why. It does. It fills me with dread. I'm not for it. So this is the guest bedroom. I wanted the guest bedroom to have a pop of colour in, so I end up using a lot of dark green aesthetics in here, or just green aesthetics. Now, this room would be converted into the children's bedroom. Obviously, we had a brief where they would be adopting or fostering some children, so this would probably be a children's bedroom. I didn't make it into a children's bedroom. I wanted to make it in just a nice guest bedroom. So that is what I end up doing for this room. And then I end up doing an actual little child's bedroom as well, which you'll see in just a jiffy. But again, with this room, it was a little bit of a weird shape to have so many glass walls or glass walls, and then still have space for furniture and stuff. So I did struggle around with it. I was like, shall I use the Tiny Traveller stuff? I was like, nope, sticking to the country collection. I think this, love that wardrobe. I want a wardrobe like that in real life. I'm actually on the hunt for a couple of new wardrobes in my bedroom. And I want something like that. Maybe not in green, but in like a nice warmer wood for me. Not pine, just a nice tinge of warmth into the wood. I would like that. I really would. Yes, I would. I would indeed. Yes, I would. But I don't know. I like this room. I think it's got a nice vibe to it, especially with all the green and stuff around. I'm just really into it. And I just love that dresser and that wardrobe. I really do. I can't stop looking at them. The copper, lovely handles on them. Oh, but they're so expensive. Like solid oak wardrobes and stuff are so expensive. But it's something that you will have forever. So it's kind of worth buying, isn't it? To be honest with you. To be honest, it really is. Into the kids' bedroom. So again, using the Tiny Traveller Wallpaper. I just love it. I wanted a bit of fun with this room, but still keeping it minimal. Even though it's a toddler room, I still wanted the aesthetic to kind of blend into the house, and that is the way I did it with this particular room. I just think it's cute. Very cute indeed. Now, obviously, I don't think they've got a kid yet, but maybe they've got one on the way. So, yeah, I'd still made it kind of fully furnished, ready for a little toddler to move in, and yeah, it's lovely. The tiny traveller pack is still one of my favourite packs that Felix and Harry did. I just think it's smashing. Absolutely smashing. I really do. Look at the light coming through. I'm for it. I really am. Now, onto the kind of entertaining area. Well, it's not really an entertaining area. It's their kind of skill building room, to be honest with you. Obviously, we had the brief where she is a concert pianist, so I made sure to put a grand piano in, facing the window, so she gets lots of light. And then I really wanted to get in a little TV and stuff in here, so they have got somewhere to come and watch TV using that gorgeous kind of Samsung frame-esque TV from Harry and Felix's living room pack. My God, how many times am I going to say Harry and Felix in this build? But my God, lots. That's the answer. So yeah, they have got a place to come and sit and chill out and watch a bit of TV and stuff as well. I thought that was important for this place. And using my go-to bookshelf, which is from Get to Work. I absolutely love that bookshelf. Just think it's the best bookshelf. It just goes with so many builds that I do, especially modern. And I love them. I really do. Very much do indeed. And I wanted to get a little bit of art in here, so I used that leaning wall art from the living room pack, and gorgeous. Now this is the little meditation and yoga area over here. Again, keeping it minimal, using that little candle divider from Spa Day, and a little meditation spot here, and just a couple of plants. Look at that view. Look at that bloody view. I'm so jealous of whoever's going to live in here. I'm very fuming, actually. In fact, I'm just going to move my sim self in. Bye. Bye. No, I'm sorry. I didn't meet the brief properly enough, so I've had to move my sim self in. Now I did a little seating area here for these two gorgeous people that are moving into this place. And then obviously they like the wine, so imagine that view out with all that greenery. Oh, and now I'm going to end here on the pool area. So again, I didn't want the pool to be invasive at all to the ruins, and this little ruin area that was already here fit this pool in perfectly. So I was so happy with this. There is access as well from the platforms above, so it's not too much of a walk for your sims to get down by the pool. And you'll see that in just a second anyway, because you'll see the stairs where I start doing the little trail of terrain paint up to it. Yes, I do indeed. But yeah, I just think this area is nice, and I end up putting in some greenery and stuff around it, and a few more trees as well, just to kind of again sit this into the build itself. And yeah, I think it's nice. Anyway, guys, this is where I'm going to leave you. You're going to go and watch a cheeky little video tour now. And I will be back on Monday, my loves. Have a lovely weekend. See you later.